rise to conquer thrones. Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes has been to serve with heart and mind. One nation. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful to my promise, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend my unity, and uphold our common goal.
The multi-religious group, and this is a future of Nigeria that we are trying to replicate.
A keynote address presented this day, August 23, 2020, by Comrade Pampam at the General Meeting of the Patriotic Youth Assembly at Ikeja, Lagos. Distinguished guests, Patriotic Youth, and comrades, it is with a heart of unreserved gratitude that I welcome you all to this epoch-making event in the journey of redeeming our fatherland Nigeria, and by extension, all Black race. Our vision is to become a premier youth organization, setting a pace in Africa by ensuring good leadership in our land. We shall achieve this by focusing on youth education, enlightenment, and empowerment, and by the power of our PDCs, water cards. In a time of untold hardship, abstract leadership, and youth-based like this, the common notion or natural reaction would be to build the grounds of war and mayhem, or a best confrontation with government and state apparatuses. Then there is a sense in which we must needs be apply caution and wisdom in our attempt to bear the lion in them. Hence, our determination to partner with relevant stakeholders, including those in power, with a view to delivering good governance to our people, and eliminate or reduce to the barest minimum all forms of confrontation with constituted authorities. I dare say our situation is like the proverbial Samson having to confront an old dangerous lion. Comrades, there are many lions, foxes, and hyenas out there with no iota of patriotism or general welfare in their belly. We must move with caution, wisdom, and strategy in this dangerous terrain. This is not a movement for idle use, calling for a revolution and unwarranted protest. We shall rather engage these people intellectually and strategically to salvage our land, this Black heritage. Presently, our CAC registration is nearing completion, and we shall announce our official name once that is done and dusted. On another note, it is pertinent to mention we are also driven by a strong spirit of Pan-Africanism, Africa for Africans. We seek emancipation to liberate all Black people from the shackles of foreign expansionist and imperialistic tendencies, even those using the tool of alien obedience. It then calls to reason to applaud our past heroes and few living icons leading in the Pan-African struggle today, such as Akon and the African Youth Power, Femi Falana, Reverend Father John Oluoma, Professor P.F.O. Lumumba, Sarah, media platforms, and all others adding their voices to end impunity and political brigade across Africa, especially in Nigeria. Gentlemen and comrades, this is our moment, and we all must understand we are born to do this. A time to write our names boldly in the annals of history. It will never be a tea party. It calls for sacrifice, self-motivation, and doggedness. Together, we can make a difference. I shall conclude by adapting a grammatical saying: if you are a hammer, every problem becomes a nail to you. Try with him. raised today, maybe most of us may not know, is to highlight the point that the fundamental problem we have as Black people, Africans and Nigerians is leadership and organization, or you can call it administration.
We started this movement since 2018. I've been from the onset, even with my convener here with Rents, and since then I believe we're making impact. So it's all about educating the youth, enlightening the youth and empowering them. In as much as making them understand where they're supposed to be. Because most of us have been ignorant of what our birthright. Because Nigeria, this is our country, and it's in our position to make it right. Actually, because of out of ignorance, we messed that opportunity up over the years. So we kept on looking over the leaders, looking upon them, thinking that things will be better. No, it turns out worse. So that is why this motive is being created for us to redeem our land. So we have everything, we have it in our position, we have it in our power to do what is right. So it's all about we educating the youth, empowering them and enlightening them, making them understand this is their land and it's in our hand to create it, to position it. So
my name is Ikeja. I'm from Plateau State. Plateau State. I want this great and wonderful body that we have is a body that I believe that it will bring a very great change in our country, Nigeria, and not only our country, Nigeria, and to the entire Africa. And they are committing nothing other than rubbish. All what they are after is that pressing money, pressing women, immoralities. You understand? Nobody is there to sing as that of fella. No, everybody is looking for how to become famous. And let me be frank to you, our politicians are very, very, very extra smart to make use of those people. You understand? Listen to it, enjoy yourself with it, but we will still be doing what we like. You understand? But before, when those people are radical, they were giving themselves, singing for the progress of this our country, then you look at it and what it makes politicians feel uncomfortable. But today, not like that.
I'm from Edo State. Yes, we are in a difficult situation. When Combe was making the speech, he said we are not for protests and so on and so forth. we are for a mission, and that mission is what I support. I believe mission to change this field. But the only thing I want to say, I say that if you want to make a change, you have to look at yourself first. You have to change yourself before changing somebody. If you cannot change yourself, there's no way you can change somebody. And
take actions. My name is Sean from the States, but I've lived all my life in Lagos. I did not expect to be called or give any speech today. I came here to witness what youth like me have to give back and how to give back to our country and to take it back from our old and aged leaders, what they have deprived us. Nigeria today should not be referred to as underdeveloping country. With the number of vibrant youths we have and are blessed with, this country have all it takes to compete with Russia, US, UK, Germany, to name a few. All we need to do is to channel our energy and convince, mobilize, and make the youths see reason why they should take back their country from our aging fathers who refuse to retire back to their farms and country homes. Comrades, the task at hand is achievable, but a lot more is needed from us all. So, if we really want to take this country back to where we all want it to be, it starts now with you and I. Let's spread the news to all around us. Let's sleep, talk, eat Nigeria. Nigeria is, what's it called? The real change is you and I. That's all.
I am S.A. I'm from Delta State. I mean, if you see yourself in this meeting today, then you are a potential leader. Because I believe this was meant, actually, it's more like a leadership training. So I want to congratulate everybody for being here, including myself. And then I also want to appreciate the association, especially our convener for the idea, because I was saying something like you join groups that share the same vision, mission, and goals with you. So when you look at the vision, mission, and goals, if it is in line with your own, then you know you share the same ideas. So you go all out for it. I just want to use the opportunity to appreciate everybody that has come here and also encourage us that there's nothing we cannot do. Just like the last speaker said, we have everything it takes to compete with other countries. And we are not supposed to be referred to as developing countries even at this stage, because we have everything. But I want to also encourage us, I want to make us understand something, that as leaders, I've said it, if you're in this forum right now, you are a leader in training. As leaders, I just want to say a few things, and as youth, discipline comes first. Now, disciplines will lead you to focus. When you're disciplined, you are focused. And when you're focused, there's going to be progress. So I don't want us to lose that. I want us to hold this, that first you must be disciplined. Second, you must have focus. If you're a disciplined person, you're going to be focused. And when you're focused, honestly, progress is just next door. If you're not disciplined, if you're not focused, you cannot have progress. So I want to encourage all of us. The road might be rough, it might be tough, but we should just keep holding on and have so hard. And it's going to be rough and tough. But please, I want to encourage every youth. Don't look at character. Don't look at individuals. Don't look at personalities. What you should look at is the goal that is ahead of us. What are we achieving? What do you want to achieve? What is your vision? What is your mission? And what is your goal? If you have these things in mind, then you can set the ball rolling. I'm sure, I think we're going to make it at the end of the day. We're going to have a Nigerian of our dream. Thank you very much.
Your state.
Yes. You have to be trustworthy as a youth if you really want to change the scenario. Because most of our politicians, present one, if not all, have actually betrayed us. And to be trustworthy, the change begins with you. For you to be able to bring another person. Otherwise, if you are trying to convince someone that doesn't really have that trust in you, it will be very hard for you to change him, to be able to bring him in to join this platform. And to be fair with us, the process of changing the status quo have gone beyond a lip service. This is the stage where it starts from: involvement, active participation. So let me use Edo State as a case study, because it's the one going on the process now. Most of those people you are seeing on the platform, media association, making mouth money, or basically money, most of them are nowhere to be found when it comes to reality. So we need to make that sacrifice to be around, to be available beyond social media activism, so that the whole system will be able to change to our expected desire. Having said that, my convener, comrade Damasus, actually made a very valid point concerning having your voter's card if you really want to be a member of this platform. And permit me to ask, if there is anyone of you here that doesn't have his or her own voter's card, can we really see? Because we that we are here now should be a first and primary example. So who doesn't have his or her voter's card? Can you just simplify so that we'll be able to know where to start from?
Very good question.
I don't have.
You don't have. You don't have.
I don't have.
Can you please tell me that?
But I have not collected it because the day that I'm not giving to from Edo State. The name is Don Jonathan Amzi from Edo State. And I'm impressed and very happy to be here. Very happy to be part of this forum. The goal of this forum, of this group, that is the Patriotic Youth Assembly, is in line with what I have in my own vision. So, since this is in line with truth, justice, and orderliness, then out of control. When Nigeria is, when there is a lot of lawlessness, there is corruption, there is no orderliness, everything is just anyhow. No patriotism, no true patriotism. When you're talking about patriotism, when certain things are happening, and people will stand back and just watch. Some will take their videos and they will record. that is not good enough. You don't create change like that. When things are happening that are not right, people should start waking up. And of course, the media, they are helping us in highlighting some of these things that are happening already. They are bringing it out. Like for example, if you look at the religious sector now, a lot of things have come out from the religious sector showing us that the religions that we have today are not actually succeeding in changing the people as it should be. Religion is supposed to help to change the people, to make them better. But religion that we have nowadays is not working. And then if you look at other sectors like the educational sectors, you go to some of the schools and the classrooms, you see how dilapidated they are. You see even the teachers that are teaching them, they are not fully equipped to teach, to pass on the knowledge. So if Patriotic Youth Assembly is supposed to be passing on knowledge, creating awareness, creating enlightenment and education for the youths, then we should be looking at something totally new from what we have in the past. And when we're looking at something totally new, we should also work in line with present technological advancements. That is the key of what I'm bringing up today on this table. We should look at present technological advancements. In the globe nowadays, a lot of people hold meetings without physically meeting each other. For example, that is cloud technology. Youths, we should people visit them using social media, using different kinds of technology that we have, mobilize them as much as possible. If we cannot use technology to get to the people in the grassroots, then we'll channel ourselves by having excursions. There is certain conferences can be organized for the rural areas, for them to be aware that there is a youth organization that has formed called the Patriotic Youth Assembly that has come to create a new idea for Nigeria and bring up a new Nigeria, while the old must be done away with. Because the way the old are going about their own thing, there is godfatherism and a lot of things is affecting. I do not buy the idea of working with the present political parties in this country. I don't buy the idea.
All right.
I would much rather prefer that we bring up a new plan, a new blueprint.
I am representing from Benue State.
From where?
From Benue State. Of the local government. Well, I'm happy to be among the comrades who are ready to devote their time, their energy, and their everything to the betterment of Nigeria. But some of us, like I've told the director when we had an interactive session.
You need to look this way so I can cover your face.
At Lekki, I told him that I have this passion in me, burning for the betterment of Nigeria, but where to pour it, I have never found the opportunity. But coming to this organization has given me a platform to just express myself. I don't have much to say since this is going to be a very brief section. What I just want to say is the idea is good, but how do we go about it? Few of us here cannot actually do it. Though we need some people to start it, but we need other people, the crowd, to just push this up. So we need to educate the youth. We need to let them know this. And the most problem we are having when we talk about this at Farika Radio, we also mentioned about youth not knowing what they want. And without knowing what they want, they won't know where to go. So we need to mobilize the youth and educate them, empower them, and this will help us a lot. And I just want to talk about time too. Like in this planet Earth, everybody has come and you have something to do. But if you live without leaving a landmark, then what would you be remembered for? We talk about Nelson Mandela, of his blessed memory. And we talk about Lumumba, of an African man who is also doing very great. They are just doing their time and living their time well. So I urge the youth to live your time well. When you are gone, something should be remembered about you. That is very much important. I wish us all success in this journey because it is going to be great at the end. Thank you very much.
I want to. My name is Philip Ndiakunalu from Osakana, Obot Akara local government area of Afriyan States, Nigeria.
Why are you expecting us to memorize that name?
Osakana / Obot Akara.
Yeah, okay with you.
Osakana is the village. Obot Akara is the local government area of Afriyan States. This platform that we are here to try our utmost best to change the status quo, to change the dilapidated stage of Nigeria. The stage that Nigeria is right now is a state of coma, and it needs someone to revive. And there's no other persons to do this than the youths. The youths are the leaders of any country. Any organization that does not have youths, such organization is automatically dead. That's why I am happy to be here, because this platform will give the youth a chance to achieve this. But it's not just by achieving this. There are some youth that they are body, let's go and protest, let's go and do this, let's go and do this. You turn yourself to a bet for the political gladiators to feed on. So the best way is for us to put up our thinking cap, not muzzle, but we should use our brain. We should be able to think out of the box. What are these people doing? What have they been doing? How have they been doing? Why are we in this state? How did they get here? Now, how can we do it differently and get to another state? I believe that to achieve this is not just by going out there to protest, going out there to do one thing or the other in environment. I believe we can achieve this democratically. This is a group, more or less like a pressure group that we are going to use to ensure
I don't like this discussion you're creating.
That governments
I listen to what he's saying.
To ensure that the government of the day is able to make some reformation in some parts of our constitution that we know that will enhance a democratic dispensation whereby democratic dividend will be given to the masses at large. What am I trying to say? Whereby we make it very difficult for political gladiators to rig during election. Because after putting on so much effort, and all of a sudden someone will come in with a gun and snatch ballot paper or snatch a report sheet, it makes it practically impossible for us to effect that change. But if we go in democratically, talk to the youths, ensure that the members that we have as a group, a pressure group now, will metamorphose into a political party of our own. We go into all the states, just as the convener was saying, we have people in all the states. Go to your local governments, create an impact, speak to the youth, go back to where you learn, your university, your secondary school, meet those members from different groups and bring them in. Each of the members at some point must, as a matter of fact, no less must have a PVC. Because there's some people that will be talking there, I will do this, I will do that. At the end of the day, tomorrow they are drinking beer somewhere during election, when election is going on. But if we make all our members to have PVC, at the end of the day, even 2027 or 2023, we are able to have 10 million members of this group that has their PVC. Whatever we campaign and join that, in Nigeria, 20 million, 25 million can win election. So we have this platform, we establish these blueprints. We make the organization a system dependence, not individual dependence. Whereby, if the convener, something happened tomorrow, he stands there and they said, sign this document or we'll shoot you and kill you. He will say, yeah, go ahead. Why? Because you know that there are 10 of Damasus that are there that can do what? That can carry on the projects. But whereby it is individual dependent, by the time the convener is hooked to a corner, he can easily hands off, and then the dream is there. God bless us.
Thank you. Amen.
God bless Nigeria.
I am from Osun State. I was in Lagos for a while to support myself well. Like I said, my work has given me insights into some things, and believe me, I have given up on anything called politics, anything called Nigeria. Believe me, because I have seen things from the streets of Sokoto to the jungles of Mbise to Akwa Ibom. I've been everywhere, and I mean I have been everywhere. I have seen things. I have seen how people think. The problem of Nigerian youth is our mindset. It's our mindset. This organization, well, kind of gives me like, there's still hope. It is not the issue of age. Our problem is not age. It's not about the old or the young. I do. I've been to the governor of Kogi State. He's young. He's just about 40 years old. I've been to Jos for. I work in Jos for like a month. The governor of Kogi State is just 40 or a bit above 40. Decadence in that state is second to just Benue. Benue is, to me, is like the worst state in this country. That I'm telling you the truth. Ogun State is not bad. Ogun State is a paradise. Beside Benue State. I mean, you see decadence.
Yes, it's true.
Roads that have not been touched since the colonial era. I applied the road more than 4 times. So I was not told.
I've been there.
Decadence, as in roads, real roads. You wonder if a state has a governor, and the governor is young.
It's not old.
You get work.
It's not 70. It's just 50. It's just 40. Age is not our problem. I've been out there. I've been everywhere. Those places are not in good shape, and they have rulers. And when you hear from the youth that they are supposedly suffering, the responses from their mouth will marvel. Like, okay, so that means you are suffering and you are happy with it. Why? Because the man is from my village. The man is an same man. The present governor is an same man. It has one small road inside. Am I right? And that single road, that's the only place there. It's just that main road now. They are trying to work on it. See, we need this. The problem is our mindset. If we want to change anything, the mindset has to change first. If it's a goat that will be brought in to do the right thing, let it come and do it. Enough of ethnicity, enough of religion, enough of this nonsense. It has to stop now, or else we will start all over. In Nigeria, they call something Hampshire theory. There's a bond cable there. Instead of us to trace when we make use, we just repair the cable, we step it and leave it there. And it then gains it again and burns the cable. And we say, oh, why is it burning now?
Go back there.
Beautiful.
Go back there again. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Because all of us that took our time and stepped into this hall today, the time of saying we has expired on this table. It is time to now start saying I. You know, a lot has been going behind the scene. I used to be way like this guy. I used to be very heavy, you know. But of late, I've lost a lot of pounds. I hardly sleep well. You can monitor my sleeping pattern from the postings in the group. You see that this guy, a day that does not sleep. And don't sleep well. The joy of like this is to buttress the point we made, which is one of my driving or cardinal policies about leadership is a true leader is one that has greater leaders behind him. That was why when I said this step initially, it was supposed to be everybody on the high table. But people who had better ideas came and said, no, I shouldn't be like that. You should make it look a very democratic. But I believe everybody here is a leader. So I said the table, one side, everybody, when you come, you sit on the high table. Don't come and say, these are the organs. These are the... No, there is no flaw member in what I'm doing. And today gives an opportunity for you guys here who are going to be champions and drivers of this project to have a peep into my mindset and the vision and the spirit that is driving whatever you're seeing, and then you take it off from there like a baton and begin to run with it, depending on your individual popularity and competence. You get. Now we are here. The job has started. And what is the job? We want everybody here to become part of the change process by taking responsibility. I do not intend to run a system that is, pivoted on one man. I want the situation when I see people come up with a creative idea like picking papers. You know, that thing he did was, since I met this guy, it's less than a month and he came into the system. But I tell you, he's bringing a lot to the table. He's bringing a lot to the table, even behind the scene. I know the kind of interaction I have with him. And I see, these are the kind of people that keep me awake. You see what he did now? It might look simple. Yeah, it's not nice paper. You didn't think about it. You didn't think about it. Me, I did not think about it. And that is kind of people about. If this kind of young man is given an opportunity, I think he will do something. He will perform. So what I'm saying in effect is, this is not a one-man show. It's all of us. Whenever the topic of our fatherland and driving this organization comes to the table, don't stand by the side and say, them now. Those of you that were here by 12, you know we had a meeting that was scheduled for 1. Do you know that was... I would like that when I'm doing this, but You know that some people were given a deadline to be here by 12 p.m. and they were helped before 12. These are part of the things that happen that you will not hear about. That if I tell you, I thank God those of you that came on time, you at least you had a feel of what happened just today. That was just today. How we need to go and get the venue and all that. Now people are sitting down, some will come late, some might not even come. But the good thing is we are here and he came as officially venue. And I felt if we should address the issue of youth in Nigeria and get them well informed and in the right frame of mind, then the change we desire and we desire will naturally come. And that was how I took the responsibility of youth advocacy. So the point I'm making is we are here into a very serious business, gentlemen and comrades. This is something that should be given sleepless night. This country is drowning, and when this roof comes down, I tell you, that place you sit, you cannot sit there. That place you are sitting comfortably and your typing, you cannot sit there. Get me? That is how serious it is. If you think the kitchen is too hot for you, the door is always open. Man, I was telling